All right, evening ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this evening. I'm very glad to have you here. We're at a sort of very exciting stage in DuePoint's development, and this evening I want to spend a few minutes with you, 40 or 50 minutes, just running through what we do here. It's a Tuesday night. I know you're already tired. You're already wishing it was Friday, but I promise I'm going to make it as entertaining as absolutely possible. Hang in there, stay focused on me, and I think you won't regret it this evening. If you've tuned in live tonight, welcome. We look forward to giving you the message around the country this evening. To start with, DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's an insurance company started in 1952. We are, and presto, and magic. All right, let's give it another go. I've not had the clicker go on me before, but that is something new. I'm just enjoying it. Just hang on for a second while we try something completely new. I think Rob had it last. He's probably broken it. You know, these arty guys. You see. All right, good. It started in 1952. Constantia is nearly 7 decades old, 66 years this year, and so you're not dealing with a startup. This is something that is very well established. We're listed on the JSE. You can go to and look us up under Conduit Capital, and we are, of course, licensed life, short, and medical with the Financial Services Board. You can see our FSP number on the certificates out near the front door. There it is there if you want to look us up. You are dealing with a company that is established and one that you can trust. This is not something that's flown in from offshore, is going to take your money and fly away. If you need to find us, you find us right here. And who do you find right here? Well, you find the team. We're here Monday through Saturday. We've got all the requisite skills, but the most important aspect of the team is that we're here. You can actually find us. We've got a client service team, email address, telephone number, and a physical presence. You can come and visit us anytime you want. There's a short lady. Her name is So-So. We call her for short. And she said to me once, and she's, as I said, quite short, she said to me, Brendan, the only reason I joined this business is because I know where you are. It was the biggest threat I've ever received in my entire life from the smallest person. I know where you are. Folks, this is me in the corner here, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive. Next to me is Tim, and next to him is Stacey. We're the chartered accountants in the business. We've got Jane over here. She's our direct selling lady. And then we've got Rob in the corner. He's our design guy. Ran his own digital design firm for 20 years, specializing in the financial services space. And so, like I said, we've got the skills, but we're hoping that as you get to know us through the DuePoint process, you're going to get to like us and work with us and trust what we do here. So what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, we have two objectives. Our primary objective, the very reason why we exist as a division of Constantia, is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use to construct and control stable, reliable, and recurring income. We are not here to sell insurance products, which I think you're going to all start thinking at the end. I still have people at the end that think that that's what we do. That is not what we do here at DuePoint. We can sell our insurance products through any one of our divisions, UMAs, and brokerages at Constantia. That's not what we exist for. Here, our objective is to put into your hands an instrument you can use to create income. Income you control and income you can rely on. Our hope is that as you do that, you're able to start changing the circumstances in your life. Every one of us is currently in a situation where we are out of financial control. If you're full-time employed, you have no control over your income. You have a boss or a remuneration committee that tells you how much you're going to earn, what your starting salary is, what your raises are, whether you get a bonus or not, and ultimately will be the one who tells you whether you've got a job tomorrow or not. With our current economy shrinking the way it is, that too, you become just a spectator to. As we watch what happens in our economy, anyone here able to affect it? I doubt it. Walk into Woolies, ask them to change all their prices, or to Checkers and say, you need to put all your prices down, we can't afford this. See if you get any response from them. Watch the newspaper. See if the politicians will listen to any of you with regard to your personal economic policy for South Africa. Nobody has control over these circumstances. All of us end up in a situation without control. Our hope is with this tool that you have control over, you are able to create an income that changes circumstances, like reducing or eliminating the debt in your life, bridging the gap between what you earn and what you need to live a decent life and possibly even start to aspire to greater things. That's our primary objective here at DuePoint. Our secondary objective is a little bit more complicated. We want to open up the financial services space to our customers, plug them directly into the heart of our business, and allow them the opportunity to see into what is arguably the most regulated industry in the country and get involved in this space. With those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system, simple enough, it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer has got one task. the task of connecting people to us. Not selling, not marketing, advertising, not advising. One task of connecting individuals to us. As you connect individuals to us, you create for us market penetration. Market penetration allows us to distribute our products and facilitate the purchase of our products into the South African economy. When we do that as DuePoint, we create revenue, and that revenue translates into recurring income for you. Why is it recurring? Why is it not income that's here today and gone tomorrow, which might have been your experience up until now? Well, because the fundamental foundation stone in our system is the fact that we use financial services products. Financial services products you have for life. They run on debit order systems, and those debit order systems run no matter what's happening in your life. Whether you're sick, lying on the beach, too busy at work, every time somebody in your channel makes a product payment, you earn. It is a reliable, recurring basis. Those debit orders raise whether you're there or not, and as they're paid, your income comes in. This is how we change the entire model. Up until now, you might have been used to running around trying to sell something to someone, and they pay for it. Then you try again, and then the next month they don't want to buy, so you don't have any income there, or you're too busy to sell, and your income's gone. With us, there is none of that. Debit order systems allow for a recurring income basis for you. Now, we've layered the system with the ability for you to leverage the little bit of time you have into a lot of time by building teams. We call them channels here. Building teams of individuals who now work towards growing greater success for you. If you can take the little bit of time that everybody has and accumulate it together, all of that leads to greater financial freedom for you. We've built that into our system. Now, what's important to note, guys, is that this is not an employment opportunity. We're not hiring here. You're not going to go out and recruit or sponsor. That's not what we do at DuePoint. What we do is we put a tool in your hands. We take this tool, we put it in your hands, and you choose when and how you're going to use it. There's no responsibility back to us at DuePoint. You will choose how much you want to use this tool, and as a result, you remain completely independent of us here. Now, there is no risk at all in becoming a wealth engineer. This is very important for people to understand. We have purposefully removed financial risk from our model. There's no starter fee, no starter kit, no monthly fee, no application form fees. There's no premium on your products for being a wealth engineer at DuePoint. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer. There's no additional cost. So you do not need to feel like you're making a risk decision this evening in becoming a wealth engineer. You also do not require any specific education or experience. You're not intermediaries, you're not representatives, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not advisors. Your task is simply to connect people. And as a result, everybody can become a wealth engineer in the DuePoint system. And in so doing, begin the construction of assets. The construction of real assets, not the ones that talk about on Facebook that is just nonsense. No, these are real assets. Because they create recurring, stable, and reliable income, you're able to price your channels. Your team has now got a value. And when it has a value, you can sell it. And ultimately, it'll be passed on to your children. That's what real assets are. That's the generational legacy we're hoping to create here. Not just your lifetime project, but the lifetime projects of you and your descendants. As you hand your channels down, generation after generation, they will be able to pick it up, earn the income that you've created during your lifetime, and continue to build them even further. This is the difference between us and everything else that is out there right now. Folks, we have removed all those things out of our system that you hate or are most embarrassed or frustrated about. Firstly, there's no products. So you don't have to have a bucky or a special car that keeps all your stuff in that you drive around and you try and sell to your friends. It's all gone, okay? There is no selling at all. We contract you out of selling. You never talk about our products at all. That's not the objective of DuePoint and not your objective as a wealth engineer. And there's no presenting. We do all the presenting. Using our technology, we're in your pocket all the time. At any point in time that you want to show the DuePoint opportunity to somebody, you pull us out your pocket and we do the presentation for you. Never again do you have to be concerned about having to convince someone or sell to someone. Our system is a system of convenience. You are left with one task, the task of connecting individuals to us. How do you do that? Well, there's 4 ways. The first way is you can go to our information counter after this and go and buy one of our USB sticks. It's 170 Rand. It's got our presentation on it and a couple other bits and bobs for you. And when you plug it into a smart screen or computer, there we are doing the presentation for you wherever wherever you are. The second way is you can bring people here, put them in the auditorium. Monday through Saturday we present. Night times, lunch times, mornings. Go look at our schedule, pick a time that's convenient for you, and come with your friends every single day, except for Sundays, and every single week. Almost, I think it's 2 weeks a year when we don't present. 2 weeks. The rest of the year is open to you. Bring people here, we'll do the presentation to you. Then the third way, the most important way of connecting people to us, is through our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search DuePoint. You'll find all of the presentations we've ever done there. You can go pick your favorite ones, and it doesn't matter where you are, anywhere in the nation, any time of the day. You can be down a mine shaft. If they've got internet down there, you click play, and there we are doing the presentation for you. You have absolute ease of use and convenience in constructing your channels with us here at DuePoint. And then the fourth way of connecting people to us is through our live broadcasts. Every day, every presentation we do is broadcast live across the country. If you've got a screen and an internet connection, your phone, your tablet, your computer at the office, you just simply gather your folks around, push play, and you are live in the room with us. Full HD surround sound. Okay, we're there to do the full dance for you. That's all you have to do. Some of our guys that have been quite successful here have said the wonderful thing about our system is, all I need to teach somebody is to push the play button. That's all it is. No big product learning, training sessions, and just push play. And you are connected to the DuePoint system. As you do that, as you connect people, some of the people that you connect, some of the people that are going to hear our presentation and catch the vision. Not everybody. There's a lot of people who know better. There's a lot of people that know better, okay? And it doesn't matter how much I know, they will always know better, okay? And it doesn't matter how much you know, they will still know better, okay? There's very little we can do about that. But some of the people will catch the vision of what we're trying to do, the freedom that we have created here that is very, very unique to DuePoint. And will become wealth engineers. And when they become wealth engineers, we will allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk will go out and do the same thing. They will connect individuals to us, and we will do the presentation, they'll become wealth engineers, and we'll allocate them to you. This process will repeat itself over and over again. And if any of you were at our Converge Awards ceremony this Saturday, you would have seen us demonstrate this exact process and diagram in real channels in DuePoint. It is incredible, the organic growth that these channels take as they build out across the nation of South Africa. We then come along. As DuePoint, you have created a penetration into the South African market for us. And we come along, and we, as DuePoint, facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I apologize about that. Most people who sit in this audience are here because they've been looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. Unfortunately, folks, there's no such thing. I know that that's what we all want in South Africa because of the desperation of our situation. But unfortunately, if we're going to build genuine, real, and lifetime income, and if we're going to do it in the proper regulatory environment that we as a listed and licensed insurance company find ourselves in, well, then it has to be done properly. And doing anything properly comes at a price. The price is always time. This system, this tool, converts time into money. That's what it does. The more time you put in, the more money it puts out. The less time you put in, the less money it puts out. We showed that again on Saturday night. Wonderful case studies. And it was amazing to watch how time going in converts out. That's what we do. This is not a pyramid scheme. It is not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a shape, a name, or anything. It is a genuine income earning opportunity regulated by no less than 8 regulators in our industry. You have now got the ultimate tool in the South African economy. That's what you have to change your financial future. All right, excellent. Having penetrated the market for us, we come along, like I said, and we facilitate the purchase of 3 products in our channel. The first product is our Access Wealth Plan. It, in fact, has 2 independent products in it. For 324 Rand a month, the first one you get is your very own tax-free investment account. This is not a savings account. It's an investment account. We now invest your money into the stock exchange of South Africa and beyond, and you become a shareholder in the industry of South Africa. It's a no restriction, no notice, no penalty fee account, which means that whatever money you put in is immediately available to you tax-free. we take 100 Rand of your 324 Rand every month, and we put it into the investment for you. Now, some people have got this idea that the whole 324 Rand goes in. No, it doesn't. Only the 100 Rand, okay? I'm speaking mainly to KZN when I say no, only the 100 Rand goes in of the 324 Rand. That 100 Rand is immediately available to you. It is yours. It's now invested in the stock exchange, and it will move with the markets, okay? The remaining 224 Rand buys you 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. This means that if you die from an accident, your beneficiaries get the value of your investment and 120,000 Rand. Okay, product number one. Product number two is our Wealth Guard product. Our Wealth Guard product is 299 Rand a month. For that, you get 1.2 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. You die from an accident, your beneficiaries get 1.2 million Rand. Now, folks, none of our products include death via illness or natural causes. Why? Because it's contrary to our primary objective. What was our primary objective again? We are creating income in the hands of South Africans. Okay. Now, if we put illness in or natural causes, we have to underwrite everyone you bring in here. So they walk in, and the first question I ask them is, how old are you? Where do you live? What job do you do? What pre-existing conditions do you have? And I send them back out the door, and they can't become a wealth engineer in your channel. This is going to seriously hamper your ability to create income. At DuePoint, everybody that comes here, everybody, no matter their conditions, circumstances, or pre-existing illnesses, get our products at these prices and go into your business, creating more income for you. Our third product is our non-insurance, non-financial product. It is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. And what it does is, for 299 Rand a month, you get to be a member of the club, and you get to leverage all of our negotiated prices, vouchers, discounts, account managers across a spectrum of suppliers. We've got retail stores, motor manufacturers, data suppliers, gyms, entertainment, you name it, travel, all in there, and you get them at our prices, our discounts, our corporate-only account managers, all the things we've negotiated, you get access to them. This product alone can save you thousands a month if properly utilized. Now, folks, this Saturday morning, we are hoping, well, we've already got them in the system, but we're hoping to launch this Saturday morning a brand new supplier into here. It's an awesome one. You guys are going to be very excited about it. So if you can get here on Saturday morning for the dev seminar and the intro presentation, you'll get to see them. It's going to be absolutely exciting. Another one. We're constantly adding suppliers to the Wealth Points program for you. All right. Now, people ask me, where do we get the money to fund this model, this ability of translating time into money for you? Well, it's very simple. We just redirect the flow of funds in our business. What we would have done in the traditional space, insurance and banking, is that we would have advertised to you. Would we not have TV adverts, billboards, radios, you name it, SMS campaigns, taxis, everybody that can hold an advert, we put an advert on, okay, to get you to connect with us. Costs the industry hundreds of millions a month, billions a year in advertising to get you to connect to us. How do we fund that? How do we afford that as insurance and banking companies? Well, what we do is we build it into the price of your products. Okay, we build it into the price of your products. What you're paying every month, 30 to 50% of your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car insurance, is all next month's marketing cost. That's all we do. We've just redirected that flow of fund to the advertising companies. Now, we do exactly the same thing here at DuePoint. We've built the entire model into the price of the product, but instead of me now paying SABC and DSTV and Prime Media for adverts, that money is now available for you and your channel. It's simply a redirection of the flow of that marketing cost to you. All right, great. So, ladies and gentlemen, we take that flow of funds and we distribute it to you in two ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product that is paid via our debit order system in your channel every month that's made. So an important thing for you to remember is that we do not pay the 27.50 Rand per person. I've seen over the weekend people getting really excited about DuePoint and writing all the wrong things on Facebook. Okay? No, all you need to do is show DuePoint's presentation to someone and we give you 27.50 Rand. Yeah, no. And all you need to do is add 100 people that pay you 27.50 Rand for every person you add. No. Folks, we pay you 27.50 Rand multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made per product that is paid in your channel, which is good news for you because it means that the few folk that you put in can take more than one product. Remember, I showed you 3. You can take 1, 2, 3, any combination if you want. And it means that on your first point, you get 27 Rand 50 times 200%, 55 Rand for the people you've introduced who've paid for their product, 55 Rand per product. They take 2 products, it's 110 Rand. They take 3 products, 165 Rand. This is 21st century money. This is money you can actually buy something with. It's not the 1 Rands and the 5 Rands and the 12 Rands that I've seen out there. No, this is real money. 55 Rand. These folk that you introduce, they'd go out, they chat to a few people, some become wealth engineers, pay for their products, and every month that they do, you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand again. In this particular example, you've been here for 5 minutes. You put a handful of people in, and you're earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. It's not made you rich, but you already got 12,000 Rand a year more than you did 5 minutes earlier. You feel it in the DuePoint system. Now, you put more time in and more effort in, and your channel grows. But now you're earning at a diminishing basis, but only to the 8th point. From the 8th point on, you always get 4% of 27 Rand 50 for successfully paid products in your qualified points. You want to understand how to qualify points? Go to our YouTube channel, watch the training video. 6 minutes, you'll understand how to qualify every point in your channel, and you'll understand how you have unlimited earning potential in the DuePoint model. You can build a channel over your life of 25, 26 points big. You can earn on the entire channel. They can be handed over to your children. They can grow to 50 points or 60 points over their lives, and can be earning on every single payment and every single point in your channel. You have unlimited potential here at DuePoint. Now, practically speaking, what does that translate into? Well, it's a difficult question to answer because every one of you is going to grow at a different rate. Some quickly, some slowly. All right. Some of you got different circumstances to other people and can apply more time to it. But we went out and we looked at the averages. We pulled about 20 years of data in. And across the 20 years of data, we came up with what we think is a very conservative and realistic growth rate for a brand new wealth engineer in DuePoint. Okay? See how I ask you to turn your phones off? I told you, we've got a special device in the concrete, in the floor here, that make your phone ring. It will. During these, it will. You can't stop it. Your phone will ring unless it's on silent. Okay? So make sure your phone's on silent, guys. All right. Now, we take the growth rate formula, we call it 3 plus 2. What it says is a new wealth engineer here, in your first month with us, you put just 3 people on your first point. This is not an unreasonable ask. Just 3 people on your first point. And then every month thereafter, you personally are responsible for adding just 2 people. Just 2 people to your channel. As you do that, as the guys in your channel do that, and we apply lapses, cancellation rates, all the other maths to it, we believe that after 6 months of you doing that, 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month. That's 30,000 Rand a year that you have now added to a household. Okay? Nobody quits their jobs here. This is not a tool that replaces your job in the first 6 months. No. This is something you use as an add-on to your life. You now have an additional 2,500 Rand a month coming in. Understand the leverage of an extra 2,500 Rand a month. How many debts can you start paying off faster? What can you eliminate in this process? Folks, if you can carry on for another 6 months, to 12 months, 1 year with us here at DuePoint, just 1 year, we believe that reasonably you can expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's this time next year, around about the middle of every month, you get an extra 10,000 Rand from DuePoint. Now, it really doesn't matter how much you earn. An extra 10,000 Rand pretty much changes everything. It's 120,000 Rand a year. You've got school fees paid for, you've got groceries paid for, and you've still got your job. That's bringing in that income. Things start to change. This is how we start to lever a different future for ourselves. Because right now, we don't have another option. If we did, we'd all be doing it, wouldn't we? The lottery, not going to happen. Sorry, it won't. It's just not going to happen to you. It's not going to happen to me. It's not going to happen to you. It's going to happen to somebody else. Okay, it always does. It's not going to happen to us. Folks, we don't have another plan. We don't. Here is the plan. This levers a different kind of future for you. 1 year in. If you can last 1 year, you can last 2 years. If you can last 2 years, we reckon you'll be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month if you are consistently getting your 2 people in every month. 1 every 2 weeks. 1 person every 2 weeks. If you do that, 2 years, 360,000 Rand a year. We think that's quite reasonable. If you can do 3 years, we reckon you'll be on about 45 to 50,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years, that'll rise to about 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. And if you can do half a decade with us, we believe you'll be somewhere between 80 and 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. You have carved a different future for yourself in 5 years. Now we get different reactions. First, people tell us it's too slow. They need to be earning faster. Facebook and Google promised them 100,000 in 90 days. All right, I can't help you with that. Unfortunately, that's not real. This is genuine, real, and hopefully lifetime income that we produce here. Again, we saw the case studies on Saturday night. We can see that consistent income that comes out of this. Month after month, whether you're lying in hospital, on the beach, or overworked, your income is coming in. Can you imagine 5 years from now, 80 grand every month coming in? What does that change about your future? Everything. Everything. When right now, we have no hope of that. I often ask people, how long have you been working in your employment for? How long? How many years have you put into it? But you're going to tell me, no, Brendan, but that I must go back to that tomorrow morning. I must go back to that. It doesn't matter that I'm still on 5, 10, 15,000 Rand a month and I've been there 20 years. That I must go back to. This is frightening. This tool is frightening. It's different. And I'm scared of it. Okay? No, there is nothing to be afraid of. No financial risk in picking this tool up. Just the risk of you taking your free time and converting it through this tool. That's what's required, and your future looks completely different. Does it work in real life? We ask ourselves that question all the time, and we believe it does. So every month we get a handful of folk, we put them on the stage, various people from across the country, some doing well, some doing medium, some doing badly. We put them on the stage, and we show you what they're doing with the tool to show you if the maths is working. This month we had Mark and Vilna come up. They've been with us for 2 years. They're on about 9,000 Rand a month, nearly 10,000 Rand a month. That's the 1+1 formula. Okay, they're running at half the rate of my mathematics. Okay, half the rate. But Mike's got a full-time business he runs. He doesn't have time for this. He's building this on the side. He is quite happy to have an extra 10 grand a month right now. Quite happy to take it. Doesn't matter that it took him 2 years to get there. He's happy to have got there. In another 12 months, he reckons that'll be on 20. Okay, on the side, in addition to what's happening with his own business. Okay, absolutely awesome. Then we've got Simongele from Tembisa. She actually's got a big team down in Newcastle. Shout out to the guys down in Newcastle, growing for her. They've built her, and she's built for herself a channel in 11 months worth 13,000 Rand. I said in my maths, a year to get to 9 to 10. She's on 11 months, and she's on 13. All right. What does an extra 13,000 Rand a month do for you? No, we pay it around about the middle of the month. So you get your salary at the beginning of the month. You know, 2 weeks in, it's like they just pour it in the hole. You just see it. We had one of our ladies said she got so sick of payday, because payday is the money just coming in and going out, and then she works the whole month again just to see it come in and go out again. Okay, so we know middle of the month to get an extra 13,000 Rand, that's changing stuff. That is changing your life quite dramatically. Then we've got Malcolm and Rena van Straten joined us 2 years ago, and over the course of 2 years, they built a channel worth 376 Rand. I said after 2 years, you should be on about 27,000 to 30,000 Rand. There it is, right there. 2 years down, quite happy to take 360,000 Rand a year from DuePoint. What does your life look like when you're earning 30 grand a month? Do you think that these people just have more time than you? This lady is a full-time nurse. Anyone here a full-time nurse knows that free time was something you gave up the day you became a full-time nurse? Okay, you don't get free time as a nurse. That's right. Here we go. We don't. Yeah, she's on a lunch break right now. And she's here at a lunch break. That's right. Okay. 30 grand built on the side so that their future is different. You can go and see all the testimonies of these people on our YouTube channel. There's people earning 600 Rand, 3,000 Rand, 15,000 Rand, 70,000 Rand. They're all in there. Go and look at what they're doing, how they're using the returns program at DuePoint to change their future. Some of them have the same circumstances as you. Some of them don't. Some of you are going to do this quickly. Some of you are going to do it slowly. Doesn't matter how long you take. There's no timeline or deadline in the DuePoint system. You can take the rest of your life to get to 30,000 Rand a month. It is completely up to you, not up to anybody else in our system. All right. Now, that, ladies and gentlemen, is fundamentally the DuePoint system. And so it leaves you with a decision that you have to make this evening. What are you going to do about your future? Do you believe you have another plan or another option? If you do, I want to hear about it because I'd like to do it too. All right. We did not believe that there was another option for South Africans, and that's why we started DuePoint. That is why we created this tool. This tool gives you an entire business in your phone. Your phone now is an entire financial services business for you. And when I say financial services, it's not about insurance and banking, it's about making money. And that's what you have in your hand with you at any stage with the DuePoint system. If you do decide to become a wealth engineer with us, folks, it's very simple. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, you click the apply button, you fill the form out, and you're a wealth engineer without having spent a cent, and you can immediately start building your future with us. If you're serious about it, get the tools. Go to our information counter or order them at info@DuePoint.net and we'll have them delivered to you. Get the tools. There's the USB stick with the presentation on it. Stick it into a computer anywhere, anytime, and there we are doing the presentation for you. Get the business cards. The business cards are 645 Rand. We give you 500 business cards custom made for you. It legitimizes the task that you are doing for DuePoint. Get the backup battery. Man, it's one of the more I say that we get people coming to the front asking for chargers, the more they come up to the front asking for chargers. Guys, we don't have chargers for you. But what you can do is you can buy the backup battery. When somebody's filling out the application form on your phone, the last thing you want to happen is your phone to die. Okay? And not only that, it makes a great conversation piece. You put it on the table, people go, who's DuePoint? And bang, you're in the door. Okay, get the tools if you're serious about it. And as Rob always says, if those pins there, those pins indicate that people are already earning with the DuePoint system. If the person doesn't have a pin, don't talk to them. They don't know what they're doing. Just talk to the people with pins. Those are the ones that know what they're doing in this business. All right, get the tools, get serious about the business. All right, folks, then what we want you to do is we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's our #1 form of connection of people. You want to get people connected, YouTube, anytime, anywhere. You've got to get in there. Don't be afraid of YouTube. Get in there, subscribe. It's free to subscribe. You'll know when we load up videos, and we loaded up a whole lot of videos this week. Those of you who are subscribed would have seen them, and you'll know when we go live every day. Okay, it'll ping on your phone. It's a useful and powerful tool for you in this business. Then download our app. Our app plugs you into your channel in real time. You have a second-by-second view of what's happening in your channel with your app. Your tools are there in your training, guys. I can't emphasize how important it is for you to do the training. Click into the app, click tools, basic series, start at the top, watch the training. Watch it, and you'll know what to do in this business. Your personal documentation is there if you want to read your policy and product documents, and all your personal details are there as well. It's in the app. Make sure you download it. It's free, and you can use our free Wi-Fi here, but you can download it anywhere onto your phones. All right. Guys, a couple of things I don't want you to do. You get excited about this. Like I said, over the weekend, everybody's charged up. They run out to Facebook, and they put all the wrong stuff on Facebook. Guys, few things not to do in the process of building your channels with us. First of all, as a wealth engineer, do not become a wealth engineer if you cannot afford to become one, okay? We don't want to put you in an even worse financial position. That's the thing we're trying to solve here. There are costs involved in being a wealth engineer. This is a fully online business. It's going to cost you data. You've got to move between people to connect them. There's going to be transport costs. If you can't afford it, don't become a wealth engineer. And then, folks, do not become a wealth engineer if you don't have access to the internet or don't know how to use a smartphone or computer. This is a business that's completely online. There's no paper application forms, no brochures, no gazebos. That's all 1990s. This is the 21st century. Everything is in your pocket, on your phone, on your computer. You need to have access if you're going to do this business. And then, folks, lastly, don't become a wealth engineer if you don't have ready access to transport. If you can't use public transport, you can't move yourself around easily, you're not going to be able to connect people to this business. It's going to fail you. Now, this is a good filter for you to use as well. This is not what I use. This is how I'm teaching you how to select the right people for your channel. Your grandmother in the Midlands, who's never even seen a computer before, is not the right person for your channel. Okay, etc., etc. The poor guy down the road who has no phone, no computer, no job, no nothing, he can't help you in building your channel. I'm not trying to be funny or prejudicial. I'm just saying these are good natural filters in selecting the right people for your channels. But now, if you can become a wealth engineer, you can pass these things, which I'm sure most of you can. Well, then the next thing I don't want you doing ever is completing the application form on behalf of somebody else. Even this morning, I had a phone call from a lady who had no idea who was debiting her bank account. Folks, this is a contract that you are signing with us. A contract, which means that if you fill it out on behalf of someone else, you are breaking the law. You will go to jail. You will, as Rob says, there's a police station in every city in South Africa. We will find you. Okay? You cannot fill the application form out. And again, KZN Eastern Cape, you lot. No filling out the forms on behalf of someone else. Okay, this is not one of those things you've done before. This is completely unique. In the application form, you're going to sign off terms and conditions of being a wealth engineer, of taking our products. You're going to give me permission to debit your bank account. I don't want another phone call tomorrow morning, to say, who are you and why are you taking my money from my account? It's unacceptable. Get yourself in big trouble. So don't ever do that, okay? And then don't add any direct family members who are in your household into your channel. Husbands and wives work together under one W number, okay, one channel. And if you've got kids, grannies, aunts, and uncle in your house, kick them out first. Leave and cleave. Send them out into the world. They live in their own houses. Then they can be in your channel. While they're in your house, they can't be in your channel. All right. And then, folks, I've released you from the burden of advertising. No advertising of our products anywhere on Facebook, websites, billboards, anything. And no advertising of DuePoint as if you are DuePoint. You know, the DuePoint Gauteng Facebook page, the DuePoint Mpumalanga. Hey, you are not DuePoint. Use your own personal Facebook pages and social media and engage on a personal level with individuals, okay? You never talk about our products, just the opportunity that we have created with this tool. And then, folks, take responsibility for the people you put in your channels. Don't just leave and, what do we call them, recruit and dump. It's not the right term because we don't recruit, but it's the behavior that happens. We just put them in and leave, put them in and leave. Take responsibility for the people. You want them to grow. This is your team. Don't send them to head office and think we'll look after them. We won't. They're yours. Do this right so that you can succeed with us. All right, folks, as part of our program, we run monthly wealth quests. Monthly wealth quests are there to just help you get off the ground, and also for those of you who are established to build proper foundations in your channels. Every month they're different. Every month where you complete the criteria of the wealth quest, we reward you with tools. Tools that you're going to use in building your channels. Every month the tools are different, and they are there to help you build a toolkit to build your success with DuePoint. This month's Wealth Quest is called our Triple Lightning Qualifier. You've got to find at least 3 people and get at least 3 of those 3 people qualified this month. If you can do that and get them all paid by the end of February, you get the choice of one of these 3 tools. Your own Apple iPhone, an Apple iPhone. Not one with like a sticker of an Apple on, an actual Apple iPhone. A smart LED TV like this big, okay, not for watching movies on, for showing the DuePoint presentation on, okay? And then an Apple iPad. One of those 3 you can choose if you qualify this month. Simple task. Find 3 people, get them qualified. How do you qualify an individual? Someone said to me the other day, no, I must just keep pushing. I was like, no, that's not how you qualify. You are definitely going to have to watch the training video on how to get people qualified. Okay, go to YouTube, 6-minute video, and you'll know how to qualify people. You've got to do that for 3 people this month, get them paid, and you can pick one of those, and it's your first tool, perhaps, that you get from DuePoint. All right, now, you might be thinking that you've never done this before and are a little worried about what to do. Okay, no problem. We have the second way that we reward you, we reward you and train you in the DuePoint system, okay? We take your hand from beginner to expert and we teach you how to do this business. We teach you how to do it through a series of steps and programs. As you complete them, we reward you with experience points. Now, the experience points are not worth anything for my Facebookers again. You don't earn any rands and cents from that. They are simply there as a measure of your experience with us, okay? But naturally, as you get more experienced, your channel starts to grow. And where your channel grows and you meet the 2 criteria of experience and channel size, we rank you up. You can't be a beginner forever. And as we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, a little bit of cash. Easy. You can get in the first few weeks that you're here with us. Remember, 3 plus 2 is just a suggestion. You can grow at 20 plus 20 if you want. You know, you can do whatever you want, any speed you want. As you get a little bit more experienced and your channel size gets a little bit bigger, well, so does the cash rewards that we give you in the training program. Then we start to reward you with tools. From rank 5, we reward you with an imported Lightning memory stick. It comes from the US, plugs into every single electronic device, and it is full of our downloads, presentations, tools, testimonies, all the things that you're going to need to connect people anytime, anywhere to the DuePoint system. Then in rank 7, we give you your own set of imported business cards. 12,500 Rand for the set. It's custom made for you. It's gold gilded. That's not ink, it's gold. And it's gold printed for you. You now have the finest set of business cards in the country. And I say that I'm quite willing to debate it, okay? That when you hand to people, they're going to want to connect with DuePoint. They're going to want to. You can go and find a few of these folk. Most of them are here this evening, and they'll show you their cards. You can't touch them, but you can see them. About even keep them in the glass case still, the plastic cases. There. Otherwise, go and have a look in our glass cabinet, and you can see what a set of 12,500 Rand gold-gilded business cards look like. You get them at rank 7. Then at rank 9, folks, as long as you maintain your channel size every year that you do maintain your channel size, we take you and your family away on a 5-star business class, all expenses paid trip for the rest of your life. Now, this is not one of those trips where it's like, congratulations, you've qualified, you just have to buy the air ticket. That's not how this works. You laugh, this is what's out there. I'm trying to distinguish us from the rest of the place, okay, where it's just really a farce. This is the real thing. This is not one of those things where it's like, congratulations, you've qualified, but you need to pay for the airport taxes, or for the transfer to the airport, or for the food, or for the drinks. No, this is from the moment you step out of the door of your house until you return. It's all expenses paid. Now, it's awesome, but none of you are rank 9. You're all rank 0. Which means you're not even on the ladder yet. You've got to get yourself on the ladder. But we have 2 guarantees at DuePoint. The number 1 guarantee, or the first guarantee that we have, is that everybody who perseveres at DuePoint will go rank 9 without failure, because this is an accumulating system. You do not start at 0 every single year. So the 1st of January, you don't start at 0 again. Whatever you build this year, even if you don't make rank 9, is what you start on next year. And you build from there. And so, even if it takes you 20 years, we guarantee you will go rank 9 if you keep persevering. The second guarantee we have is that you will not go rank 9 if you quit. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Everybody who quits never goes rank 9. All right. But for those of you who do, you go on something that looks like this.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand all at the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Alrighty. Looks like it's all right, doesn't it? 5-star business class. We go every December. Every December. We're going at the end of this year. You've got about 10 months left to December. You can join us on this trip if you want. The record to rank 9 is 5 months. It's 5 months. So you can get there. But if you don't, it doesn't matter, because then you come with us next year, or the year after, or the year after. What I love is that we get to October and people are like, oh, I quit. I'm not going to make it. I quit. I don't understand that. I really don't. What you've got is 3 more months to get ahead so that next year you can guarantee your position with us there. At rank 14, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented from us. It's not financed through us, and we don't give it to you and take it away. It's your car, and we hope that you will use it to build your freedom, your financial freedom, with us here at DuePoint. So, folks, you can see that we're rather serious about what we're doing here. This is not something you have seen before. It is something completely unique, and we believe that in the South African context, it is the only backup plan. Unless you are politically connected or filthy rich, this is your only backup plan that we have in South Africa. And we want you to join us. We want you to partake in this. We want you to pick up this tool and use it. You've got questions and concerns? Come and ask us. We had to answer the questions. Come and ask us, get it clear, and take this tool with you. On Saturday morning this week, we are running our Returns and Rewards Development Seminar. So once a month, we run a live training session out of this room on different topics in the system. This week, we are doing our annual Returns and Rewards discussion. We're going to go into detail on the first program of returns and on the second program of rewards. We will teach you how to get qualified. We will teach you every aspect of this system's earning process. Of all the development seminars, this is the one you're going to want your teams here at, especially if your teams think that by pushing they can get qualified. Okay, this is the one. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, okay, and it's live broadcasted, guys. You know it. So wherever you are in the country, all your guys in a room, as many as you can, 9 o'clock on Saturday morning for 1 hour. Rob's going to be going through returns and rewards. You want to be there. It's probably going to be one of the most important ones for your team this year. Get it done. An hour later, about 10, quarter past 10, we'll go into the Saturday introduction presentation. And we're pushing that we can launch our new supplier on Saturday morning. So Saturday is going to be huge. One of the biggest that we've had so far. So guys, get here this Saturday, 9 o'clock. Folks, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I'm going to see you all outside. If you've got questions or concerns, ask me, ask your lead wealth engineer. Send us questions at info@duepoint.net. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Good night to you watching live.